Hey guys, welcome back to Marriages Restored in Faith. My name is Ray.
Hi guys, my name is Dora. It is Monday, October 28th, 2024. Just 3 days, guys, for October to be done with.
Yes, and to start November, which a lot of us are ready for turkey, but after I show you this video, you may not be ready for turkey. I'm gonna share a video with you, and you'll get to see it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video. Help us out. As you see, censorship is real, and it continues to ban us, to shadow ban us.
Yes.
It's there, and it's going to continue. It's just part of what's happening right now. And as you see, today's title: 8 days left. I was talking to a police officer earlier, and he was discussing that he literally had to convince his mother to vote a certain way because she was voting for a female, and he explained to her why not to vote for a female or this female that's in there. Yeah, killing babies, plain and simple. And the reason his mom was going to vote the other way for her is because she couldn't stand that the other party was too arrogant. I mean, are we voting for personalities, or are we voting for what we believe is right?
Right.
For the best morals that are out there.
Yes, and that's a key word, the best. Because neither side is perfect. Neither side has great morals.
It's but here we go. I was listening to another person, and it kind of, it did verify, it did the things that this person was saying was very accurate of what we've been discussing. And what do I mean? I'm telling you, do you feel that in your gut? Do you feel that urgency in your soul and in your spirit? Do you feel like we've all seen movies like this? A movie that all of a sudden it gets real quiet. The wind stops, and everybody's looking around like, what just happened? Right? We've all seen that.
We're expecting something to just happen. Yeah.
Because everything all of a sudden it just stops. People get quiet, and people are looking around like, do you sense that? We've all seen movies like that, right? We are in it right now. Do you sense that almost silence of what is about to blow up? And what do I mean? Have you been paying attention to the thousands, and I mean thousands, of false voting? Have you seen the ballot boxes catching on fire?
Yeah.
There was more today. There was some yesterday, some last week. Do you see that? Are you seeing everything that is happening? And are you aware? We have come to a time that we put 8 days left. But we're not just talking about the 8 days left for what's about to happen with an 8-day frame. We are also talking about, are you ready for 2025? Me and Dora had this discussion this morning at 5-something in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Dora just get up at 5 in the morning.
Great time discussions.
Just to talk. Let's have a conversation.
Let's have a conversation.
No, we actually get up at 5-something in the morning because I got to get to work. But we get together and we pray before I go to work. And we had this discussion, and pretty much every morning we have a discussion before we leave. Whether it's what are we going to eat in the morning? What are we going to eat lunch? No. Just kidding.
We've never talked about food.
No, we never talk about food. Dora knows what I like to eat anyway. And we had this discussion of, where was I going with this?
About what we talked about this morning, of how people are in denial
There's just my mind is running 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
There's so many things happening. It's as if we go to church and we enjoy the preaching, we enjoy the sermon, but there's a disservice that is happening right now when people go to church. They're not discussing anything of current events. They're not discussing of we need to get ready, we need to get prepared, you need to stock up, your mind needs to be ready. Why? See, I was listening, and I did this intentionally. I don't know why I did this. I believe it was the Lord showing, you know what? Go ahead and click on this, and I want you to see this 3-minute clip. And it was just 3 minutes that I watched it. And it was a local church here, a mega church here, was saying, you know what? We had a storm that destroyed a part of an area where we have a Spanish service, and it did some destruction to that area of the building, and our insurance is requiring a 1.4 million deductible. And this is a mega church. So what we're going to do is next Sunday is going to be Big Give Sunday.
Big Give Sunday.
Think about it. So we need 1.4 million for the deductible, because this project is probably going to cost about $6 million to do a remodel and fix it up and make it nice. Think about that. This is what is happening in some of these churches. This is what they're thinking about. We need 1.4 million deductible. Where is the budget?
Right.
You've been raising money for all these years. Where is that budget? Mm-hmm. And their budget is millions and millions of dollars. Why do I bring that up? Because there's a lot of things happening all over the world right now. Everywhere. Have you noticed your bill whenever you go to the grocery store?
Oh, we have big time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we're remember, if you've been following us, we've recently purchased a cow. We've so it's like we've been buying stuff in bulk, because it's better for your money in the long run, and you have that supply. So you just go to the store just to pick up little things here and there, to like fresh produce, things that you're not growing at this point right now. And the bill is like $100 for, you can count your items in your hand. So that is, it is very, very heartening to see that. And when the people that are not being prepared right now to buy their stuff, that we have been saying, get prepared, stock up, do what you have to do in order to have a little bit more extra in your food supply.
We brought that up years ago about stocking up. Why? If for any other reason, at least for the price increase that's going to happen within this time frame. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are not listening. And now that they see what is really happening, 8 days left. 8 days left to find out who's going to win. Mm-hmm. Right? That's if they let people know on that day who won. Which more than likely it won't. Right. That's going to be the following day.
You have to wait.
Yeah. It might even extend a couple of days after that. Oh, we got to count everything else, or we had other ones show up, or the machines messed up, or we had a blackout, or some reason. Mm-hmm. But see, that's still not the time that we need to pay attention to. Why? Because coming in January is a time that the switch happens, right? Did you hear that they have been mentioning that they want to start martial law? Have you heard that? That's coming from the place that is, I'll give you the initials, it's DS, Think about what the D stands for. The S stands for state. So at the beginning, they've already said that they're going to put martial law in place. Why? They got to start chaos. You have 8 days left to find out what is going to happen, whether the chaos begins within those 8 days or not. But look what a lot of us are thinking about. Let me show you number 2. If you can share number 2 video. A lot of us are thinking about this. I'm one of them. We've had that discussion. Who's going to cook what? Who's going to do what sides we're going to have? What desserts we're going to have? Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with us thinking about and planning and doing things like that. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't go hide in a little corner and say, oh, no, this was... No. I want you to see what is happening here. This is what is happening to our food system. Look at this. This is making the food to get larger. Imagine that. What are they putting inside there? Think of that. Just look at that. And this is where we go to the stores to go purchase. Have you heard? It's all over now. Before it was all hidden in those saying, oh, that's a conspiracy. We've been mentioning that they were poisoning the food, and now it's everywhere. Even doctors are coming out saying, yes, I work for these companies. We were told to do this stuff to the food. Imagine that. Why do you think it is so important for us to grow our own food, mm-hmm. to raise our own animals? We have 8 days. 8 days, and then there's that little silence that's going on right now. Did you know? I was talking to these police officers that went to a class. Okay, we can take that off. I was talking to police officers that went to a class over the weekend. Or not over the weekend, I'm sorry. They went on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then they just got back over the weekend. And they show up and they discuss things. And then they're like, do you know that we went to this class? And in this class, the instructor looked at everyone and said, get ready. And this is, the class was involving electronics. The class was involving scammers. The class was involving thefts. The class was involving identity theft, credit card abuse, you name it, what goes on with the electronic world.
So no, the topic was completely different.
Well, it involved that. Mm-hmm. Why? Because whenever a crash happens, what happens today? Everything is in the system. Everything mm-hmm. operates through electronic devices. Everything, including your water supply, mm-hmm. it's running through electricity.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
So he gave that discussion. He said, listen up. Everything that you have, everything that we are all comfortable, that we go to our house, and it's easy for us here in America to go to the faucet and just turn the knob and it's going to operate. There's no thinking of, is this going to work?
Right.
Or is there enough water going to come out? Or is there mud going to come out before the water? Well, what is it? No, it's automatically that water comes out that we think that, hey, we wake up in the morning, it's good to go. We go to the bathroom, we take a shower, it's easy. It's there. Mm-hmm. He said, you need to wake up and pay attention to what is happening in the world. Our system is based on electronic devices. The system that runs the water all over the U.S. Did you know that it is one company that runs it? One company runs the entire water system in the United States. You might say, no, that's impossible because I have a name over here for this company. I have a name for this.
No, sir.
Okay, let me explain it this way. You have the big dog here, and you have all the little baby dogs working for the big dog. Mm-hmm. So one big dog runs all the little baby dogs, and all these little baby dogs go out and then hire other ones, and it continues. Mm-hmm. But it's one big dog that runs the entire water system for the United States. Nobody knew this until that class. That system has been hacked 3 times. 3 times. They have been able to infiltrate it and to put a stop to it. And immediately they go back and the virus and all that information, it goes back again. So they said, okay, the minute the water supply is cut off, what are you going to do? Do you have water at your house? Are you going to go to your faucet and it's going to turn on and it's going to work? And you know what I heard? You know that they even said that there was some people sitting in there, and it's hard to say it, but it's kind of you would think like, did you really say that?
Like, did that really come out of your mouth?
This is the time that you say, sit back and think before you speak.
Ray usually always tells me that sometimes.
I'm like, it's okay to take a little pause before you talk.
Yeah.
They said, this lady said, well, I'll just go to my pool and start drinking water.
Oh, that's smart, isn't it? She'll be glowing. She'll be glowing.
How much chlorine is in that water?
So she'll be glowing in a couple of days.
How much chlorine is in that water?
Yeah.
And if the pool is not covered, how much of the bacteria is falling on there? And if a kid went in there and peed over the weekend,
all the birds that are flying around peeing and dropping their stuff.
That's what she said. I'll just go to my pool and drink some water.
No, I mean, the pool water would be good to flush toilets, to do other things, but not to drink. No.
And then he brought up bunkers. Same lady. I'll just jump in the pool. That's my bunker. I was like, was she kidding or was she joking? No, she was dead serious.
Did she turn into a fish?
They said she was dead serious. She said, I'll just go jump in the pool. That'll be my bunker.
Guys, this is the first time I'm hearing this too. That's why I'm adding.
I'm telling you. This is the mindset for some people. I'm not sure if they're really not thinking, or if that's just the mindset that they think, or they haven't gone through any type of training. Nobody has taught them. Because this is one thing that my girls can say that I've taught them, I've showed them, and Dora will mention to them, because my daughters have mentioned, well, I can't believe this person said this, and my wife will say, well, understand, your dad's been in the military, your dad's been in law enforcement, we've been training in this type, we see things like this,
yes.
We look things up, so not everybody gets that advantage.
Yes.
That's why I always say it is vitally important that we spend our time wisely, especially in this time right now. Especially in this time right now that we are in. Let's go back to the 8 days. Let me show you something. If you can give me number 4. You can give me number 4. I want you to see this. Because again, do you know what videos are very popular today? Do you know which videos are very popular? I'll let you think about that. Now I want you to see this. These are aircraft with large hexagon sensors suspended 100 feet below them. They are capable of mapping underground structures and water sources to depths of 900 feet. What do you think they're using this for? What do you think they are mapping? What do you think they're looking for? Think about it. What do you think these people are looking for? Do you think it's for something good? Do you think to say, oh, I have a bunker, good, it's good, I'm glad they have a bunker. Let's go ahead and go fund them so they can put supplies inside that bunker. Let's go help them out. Do you think that's what they're looking for? Do you think they're actually looking for farmland to help the farmers? Or they're there to say, hey, this is farmland, let's go help them, let's go supply for them? No. Do you know what they do to farmers, to the farmland right now? They're telling me, if you don't purchase GMO seeds, you cannot farm. If you don't plant this certain crop, we won't supply you, we won't help you. We won't give you no funding. And how do I know that? Because some of my coworkers, their parents are farmers. And that's what they tell them. I want you to think about, what are they doing? What type of mapping are they doing? Let me show you something else. If you can give me number 3, you can look this video up. And I strongly agree with this gentleman. He's talking my language. The way he says it, this is the type of man he is. It shows me I'm not that, I call it lovey-dovey.
Right.
Right.
Right. And it's very surprising, because he has 3 girls. So it's like, you would think that would change, in time, but no, it's not. The lovey-dovey is still there, but in certain areas, certain different thing. But what you're about to see, I mean, that's a great example of love.
Mm-hmm. But if you go look it up, read the comments, and you're going to see how much hate this man is getting for what he just said and what he did. Go ahead.
We talked about how a gentle father loves his child more than a rough father does. I appreciate a gentle man. I am not a gentle man. I can be gentle, but it's really not in my nature. But I see a gentle father. He doesn't teach his children about violence because he doesn't believe in it. He hopes they don't ever confront it, which will make them a victim. I, on the other hand, teach my child how to confront violence and how to win. That's going to teach him how to survive and how to save other children. Engage, son. Put it on safe, put it away. I love my boy.
People don't understand that part. They believe, no, that's just violence. Do you know that's protection?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that child, when he grows up to be like his dad, that not only is it protection for him, but it's protection for others? If we go back to the Bible, did not God tell Moses, Abraham, told the men that were following him, pick certain warriors to get together, and they're going to go fight that battle.
Mm-hmm.
Today, do you know what they say? Nope, don't pick up a firearm. Don't pick up a weapon. Nope, we are to love. Mm-hmm. Oh, a violent person goes inside your house, rapes your kids. We are to love. That's what they teach. Instead of saying, nope, you put a stop to that evil. You put that evil down. We're going to show you come Wednesday. It's going to be maybe 3-4 part. And it's going to involve the demonic realm, the real demonic realm. Your discretion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you right off the bat. Your discretion on that. And I'm going to put it on there. Your discretion. It is up to the people if they want to watch that. But it's your discretion. Why do I say that? Because in the timeline that we live right now, open borders in every country. And if anything that we all know, Haiti was one of the biggest ones where there was a lot of the occult, a lot of witchcraft, a lot of demonic worship, a lot of witches and warlocks and so on. They're spread. They're everywhere now. That realm has spread all over. And in fact, when we show you some of these videos, some people are probably going to freak out and some people are going to want to turn off the recording and not watch it. But that's okay. So, let's get to it. 8 days left. Let me show you something soft. Can you give me number 5? Give me number 5 before we go into some more. 8 days left for the entire world to see what's going to happen to the United States, to see what direction the U.S. is about to go. So, go ahead.
Dora? You're not going anywhere.
It's kind of stalling over here. Okay, so I just want to share something like that for you.
Little commercial.
A little commercial, because a lot of that's fun. We like to see it, but if we have one of those big dogs and it takes us, well, somebody else will be laughing. So, 8 days to see what direction the U.S. is going to go. And not only that, let's say one party, let's say the man wins, and he wins. Do you think they are actually going to hand power over? They're going to say, here you go. Or do you think there's going to be an actual fight to not allow it to happen? Something to really think about. So let me show you number one, if you can give me number one. And the reason I'm going to show you this, because there's people out there that don't understand what level this has taken for this to be the influence. Not only are we having false teachers, false prophets influencing people, but now we have this.
For our last story tonight, let's go back to February 28th, when 14-year-old Suel Setzer took out his phone and texted his best friend, Danny. Setzer told Danny that he misses her, and Danny urged him to come home to her. So Setzer put down the phone, took his stepfather's gun, and pulled the trigger. He killed himself. Setzer lived in Florida. He was in the 9th grade, and he had been texting Danny constantly for about a year. Some of the chats were romantic or sexual, but often they were sad. Setzer told Danny that he felt empty, exhausted, that he hated himself, and even talked about thoughts of suicide. And somewhere the line between real and artificial blurred, because Danny is not human. It is an AI chatbot, a lifelike chatbot, with the persona of the Game of Thrones character, Daenerys Targaryen, hence the name Danny. The bot belongs to the platform Character AI, which was started by 2 former Google researchers. Character AI is the market leader in AI companionship, basically in designing super intelligent bots that can hear you, understand you, and remember the things you say. The platform has 20 million users, and now it has been sued, along with its founders and Google. They have been sued by Setzer's mother for her son's death. She alleges wrongful death, negligence, and product liability, like using teens' data to train AI models, using addictive features, steering teens towards sexual conversations, all without proper safeguards. So the AI platform is in hot water. And they have issued a statement saying that they acknowledge the tragic situation and that they take user safety, quote unquote, very seriously. Well, that may be, but they don't seem to be doing a very good job at it. AI, much like social media, is booming, and it is largely unregulated. Thousands of AI apps are designed to simulate relationships. Chatbots are improving by the day. They can remember past conversations, adapt to communication styles, role play as real-life people, even send AI-generated selfies. AI is also embedded in toys, video games, and learning software. Meanwhile, on social media, algorithms are telling the young what to watch, what to read, and who to be friends with. There is a wave of tech-fueled harms. Yet where are the guardrails? They barely exist. The reason is apathy. But government.
There you go. You get the idea. And that's happening everywhere. Have you noticed it on your YouTube feed? You only get certain things on your YouTube feed as they want you to continue to watch certain things. But to do a search, you have to physically want to do a search to look for certain things that you want to watch. Because now it's trying to veer you a certain way. But this right here, for them, this is demonic. I'm telling you. We have to be so cautious, not only listening to what some preachers, pastors, and evangelists, and so on, what they're teaching, what they're saying, but now we have to pay attention to what AI is doing. Chatbot AI, and so on. Now they have AI girlfriend. You can have an AI girlfriend, just like he did. And that's the sad part. Told him to come home. Seriously? It's sad. It really is sad. Now, my question to you is, we have 8 days left. You might say, well, I don't live in the United States. Well, the 8 days left is going to reflect everywhere. It's going to be in your area as well. And you might say, not in this country that I'm in. Think about this. The United States has always been the superpower. The United States has always been a way of how things were going to happen. Why? Because we kind of cared and said that we're going to, if another country is fighting another country, we're going to go get involved, get our noses in. Instead of minding our own business, but we would get involved, right? Look everywhere. Look at the BRICS nations. They're saying that if we don't get involved, something's going to happen. And if you haven't been paying attention, Biden even said, we have to lead the way for the one world religion. Pay attention, 8 days. Chaos can erupt. Chaos can it can happen that fast. So my question to you, have you been stocking up on water? Have you been stocking up on food? Do you have a go bag? Do you have a route? Do you pay attention to which way you're going to go? What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Have you been preparing mentally your state of mind? Are you constantly in prayer? Prayer is going to be your number one thing that we should all be doing. Before we do anything else, it should be prayer first. Everything else comes next. We should not be walking in fear. Absolutely no fear. Why?
Yeah.
Because we know how it ends.
Yes.
We know we have the victory. But we should not walk in ignorance and say, it's not going to happen.
Right.
So let me show you one more thing. Can you give me number 6?
Oh, my back.
You know that laugh is contagious. I mean, just hearing them laughing like, oh man, imagine all them there. No, we should be laughing. We should be enjoying ourselves. But we should not be walking around with our eyes closed. We should be alert. We should be paying attention to our surroundings. We should pay attention. Me and Dora had that discussion this morning that we went to the mall. We went to Academy. We went out. And there was a lot of people from different countries.
Oh, yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Some of these people, I'm not saying all of them. I said some of these people are up to no good.
Yes.
But it's up to you to pay attention. It's up to you to be prepared. It's up to you to keep your eyes open. Not in what do you call it? Being paranoid, but being alert.
Yes.
Being alert. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on Wednesday then.
Yes.